Welcome back to another video on the channel, and it's kind of an extra video because I don't usually do any other than reviews, but I wanted to go through the Sorare Global Cup with you guys and discuss what I think of it. And my initial thoughts are disappointment in the sense that there's no leaderboard. I personally really love the leaderboard rather than the street prize modes. I don't know about you guys, but I just feel like, I mean, you can comment on this and let me know, but I just think the leaderboards gives it a bit more of a competitive element to Sorare, and I really enjoy that, whereas I don't find some of the stuff appealing about it. But anyway, we're going to go through it and we'll just discuss it. So, Global Cup, got some special edition cards, which, by the way, just so we are very clear on this, you do not need special cards. So you can use in-season cards to compete in these competitions from this season. So you don't need these special editions. So yes, they're great. Yes, they look quite cool. Excuse me. But you don't need them. So you just don't need them. So I'm going to run through it. So Summer 2026 is going to be massive. The world's best players will battle out in the football's most prestige stage. Now, straight away, because this is the most prestigious tournament, in the whole of the World Cup, in the whole of the World Cup, crikey, you can tell it's later in the day. What I'm trying to say is the magnitude of the Sorare tournament should have been way bigger than what they've done before. I was hoping for something really like extraordinary, something that goes, oh my god, wow, I can't wait for this World Cup in the summer. And I haven't really got that feeling, so I'll explain. So in season, so run across June, July, because that's when the World Cup is. The Global Cup offers tailored gameplay across every scarcity. XP, this is big, Sorare 27 Essence, so that will be big going into next season, and more than 150k in total cash prizes up for grabs. Limited and rare managers will play dedicated hot streak boards. Now this is so limited and rare, hot streak, super rare and unique will play on leaderboard. So if you want to play on leaderboard, you have to go for super rare, which I can't afford, so I won't be doing that. I'll probably try and enter on a limited basis, probably, but we'll see. And that's not all. The Global Cup in season is also your chance to win limited and rare 2027 Essence. As you know, Essence 2026 will convert into 2027 using a progressive system. Now, there's more details in this blog. Now, I haven't actually been on this blog yet, so let's have a look. So, I don't know how here you go, Essence transition. So this is effectively how it is. So you have 1,000. You're gonna keep 1,000. Okay. So if you have 3,500, so if you keep around 1,000 Essence from 2026, which I have, that'll stay for 2027. So you're not really that worse off. But 3,500, 2,000, 9,500, 3,000. So really and truly, if you're thinking about keeping Essence for 2027, don't keep past 3,500 because you're just wasting so much Essence there. I don't agree with that. I think that's quite wrong. Personally, again, I don't personally agree with it, but here we are. The limited and rare in-season global hot streaks chance you give yourself a head start in Sorare 27. So I do kind of like that in the sense that you're getting some last like bit out of your in-season cards. Now that does always concern me that means Classic's going to be a bit limited in Sorare 27, which worries me a little bit. But who knows? Because we don't know that yet. But so we got two stages. So the limited. So the first one's 11th of June and 27th of June. So you get you can do this as many times I believe it's as many times you want. Yeah, play 4 seasons. I'll go for it. So you get 2,000 XP. Rubbish. 300 Essence. Okay. 700 Essence. Okay, and then $50,000 prize pool share if you hit the 460 within the first 2.5 weeks. Rare, same, so it's exactly the same. Prize pools actually slightly less, but I'm assuming they're expecting less people to hit the rare prize pool. Strange, because yeah, rares. I don't know. Maybe that's not more likely. So you can anytime entry. So play when you want. Wait for the official lineups you prefer, or edit your team as long as your player hasn't played yet, and win multiple times. Brilliant. So you can play as multiple times a day. So as soon as they played, perfect. You get that team. Unreal. So that's really cool. But what I've been looking at is, I don't think, and I'll check on Footmob quickly. I think, if I'm right in speaking, the World Cup, FIFA World Cup, if you were to pick, for example, one team by team, so we go. So this goes from the 27th. So it's the first two fixtures essentially. So if I went for England, England would actually cover all three. So maybe it is going to cover most teams in all three then. Yeah, because they'll be in all three. Okay, so it's going to cover most group games then for all three. So effectively, you can get to all three group games in. So you can use one team 3 times, but you would need a second team to get you to the next level, effectively. Okay, so you'd need another team to get you to that 4th. So you couldn't just do it with one squad. Okay, so just so we're aware of that. Anytime entry. So these boards run an anytime entry. Play when you want. Wait for the official lineups if you prefer. Add a team. Yeah, win multiple times. So lovely. Free. You get free. So you get 50, and then you get knockout board's going to be less, but then obviously that's going to be harder, isn't it? Yeah, and there'll be less players. So international special edition cards. So to maximise player coverage during the Global Cup, we've secured some special, exciting new partnerships and launching international edition cards. And they're not required, but they'll give you a scoring bonus to help you hit your hot streaks. So a plus 30% applies. So basically, if you get a special card, you're going to get plus 30% on your score. So that is quite big, to be fair. 30%. I mean, if you scored 70 odd, say 71. No, just say 70 straight out. That's actually 21 points on top. So it's quite big. That is actually quite a big drop. Do I think it's worth it? Probably not, unless you're going to hit that. I think for maybe the 460 and the 500, maybe you'll need it. But I think these three are very achievable without that. But yeah, we'll see. So drops. The first wave cards are already on the market. Mexican players, official squad list, no expected feature for their nations. Grab cards from the best players in the world to stack the scoring boost and climb streaks faster. Quick heads up, not every player with international specialty is guaranteed to take part somewhere. On top of official firm call marks, players expect to make those, but you prefer wait for it. Yeah, I totally agree with that statement. Please do not buy any until they've literally hit the squad. Just on the market for So if any players aren't already out in the market, then those will add more in. But weirdly, they've not included Spain in there. A lot of big nations are missing. So England are in there, but there's no Germany, no Spain, no France. One player gets the extra treatment. Players proudly claiming true collectible. Please note the scoring play. So there's no point having the flag pose. Don't really understand why. Just a cool card to have. Each country has its own dedicated collection and collection bonus. That said, some countries will have split collection albums due to different league seasonalities. MLS, K-League and J-League International Edition cards will appear in the 2026 album, while all the other international... Okay, well that makes sense because we know that anyway. So, but again, both are in season anyway, so it doesn't really matter. This comes down to how we maintain an exact supply count per season for each player. Okay, that's fair enough. International Special Edition cards will become available in the craft when the competition officially kicks off on the 11th of June. Essence 1, the Global Hot Streak, has a special flavour dedicated to summer's competition. Craft with it and you'll pull players eligible for the Global Cup, either International Special or... Oh, this is cool. So, effectively, I'm going to tell you now, save your Essence for 11th of June because you can then only get World Cup players. So, if you want to get players for the World Cup in season or international special edition, you want to save them, and actually it will increase your chance of getting a better player as well. So yeah, definitely save it, and definitely save it for that World Cup crafts. Then you've got post Global Cup utility, so you've got special card editions that remain playable on Sorare after the Global without the scoring. But okay, so that's fine, they can carry on playing so they basically can play in their leagues effectively. Keep their in-season status, remain playable in the end. So basically, yeah, so everything else is going to become classic. We knew that anyway because that was always going to happen. A card status, and it's the same every year with Sorare 26-27 overlapping with the MLS, K-League and J-League season. Card status is locked on July 20th. Based on the players' league at that date, future transfers won't change it. So, card status is locked on. Right, so if, for example, a player moved from the MLS to the Premier League, for example, on the 21st of July, it'd still be an MLS card. So that's actually pretty bad because it means they'll become classic and yeah, it's not great. Super rare and unique managers will compete across 7 tailored game weeks. Fine. Super rare and unique leaderboards. Well, the other way of looking at it is actually, on this one, the July 20th. If it's an MLS player on 20th of July and it signs for a Premier League player on 21st, then you've got an in-season card there. Bonus. So actually, it could work in your favour. But not many players go from the MLS to the Premier League, so you get the idea. I think the super rare and unique leaderboard's really cool. But again, pricey, isn't it? Let's be honest. You're looking at a lot of money. So you need one super rare classic or 2 unique classic cards and 1 super rare classic alongside in-season cards. Yeah, so it's 1 and 4 or 2 unique classics and 3 super rare in-season. So 1,500 for 1. So 3. I'm guessing that's 4 game weeks they're going to do then. That's pretty cool. In game week 5, are they going to do a different one, separate one from game week 5 as well? So yeah, so it's basically 1,500 each week. I love that. That's really cool. 15th's quite tight, and then the 10th. Really and truly, looking at the gameplay, you're probably going to get 100, maybe 150, 200 people doing it. So actually, not bad. I wouldn't go investing in it for this specifically because there'll be the big guys out there like Pranksy, who will dominate this competition. Nepenthes probably will have a big say. The guys who can spend big money will win this. So I wouldn't go putting a road team in because the likelihood is you're not going to win that much money. And I expect Pranksy especially to probably clean up on this. So it runs from the 5th of June to the 11th of June. The game week before the start of the Globe Cup run from. Alright, so it's basically saying that it's a shorter game week the week before. Well, that's fine because there's not really much going on anyway that week. Classic gameplay. Yeah, so they're pausing All Star under 23. So basically, under 23s are going to be pretty. It's not worth paying extra for an under 23, which is actually a bit of a shame because you can get. I don't know. I feel like you could have been really clever with that. You could have had like an under 23s World Cup special, like. I don't know, like, who's the superstar youngster in the competition? Do you know what I mean? Like, I think you could have done a bit more of that, which is a bit of a shame. And then we'll have a look at the prize pools at the end of the vlog for this, because that'll be interesting. Arenas stay open for the events, so you can battle for that, it's fun. Scouting Centre can now do international games. That's quite good, because, for example, Harry Kane will have different results to his Bayern Munich, because Bayern Munich win every single game, and England have more competitive games, or... another example would be, for example, Morgan Rogers always plays for Aston Villa, but he might come off the bench a lot more for England. So I think that's really important actually because players do change the way they play based on their international performance, and it's just different, isn't it? Sometimes they play different positions. Global Cup Classic so if you in limited you can win 30,000 essence if you come first. So I suppose you could spend a lot of that, couldn't you? That's not terrible because you could spend and make a lot of like in-season cards to go into the competitions. Same with ranked, really. Oh, that's 500 though. 1,500 for limited. It's quite low rankings. Like I feel like there's going to be a couple of thousand in here minimum, probably 5,000, and I don't know. I personally don't think that's enough. I don't know. It's just. Maybe I'm being a bit tight, and I think that's a bit smaller than I thought it was going to be. But overall, I'm slightly disappointed. There's no leaderboards for rare and limited. I think that's a bit of a shame, but I kind of get it because they're running out of scarcity and they don't want to flood the market with 26 so rare 26 players. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. Just a quick one, just thought I'd run you through it and give you some tips and advice for this. So remember, don't save your craft in essence now. don't need to get your special cards if you don't want to get them, unless you can afford the 30% bonus and you think it's worth it. But I wouldn't. I think you can do it in season, personally. So yeah, another little video. I hope you like it. I thought I'm going to try and drop some more of these little ones here and there. So if you like the video, drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye bye.